Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about zero-cost, science-backed tools for your daily routine. And honestly, we are about to totally shatter the myth that getting profoundly healthy means you have to spend grueling hours sweating it out in a gym.
So let's jump right in. What if moving for just 9 minutes a day could literally save your life? I know it sounds a bit crazy, right? Most of us just naturally assume that adding years to your life means you've got to log endless boring miles on a treadmill or lift heavy weights every single day. But as it turns out, modern longevity science is revealing a completely different and way more efficient biological trigger for survival.
The data here is just absolutely staggering. Research is now showing that 9 minutes, just 9 minutes, of specific daily movement is associated with a massive 40% drop in your risk of dying from cancer, and a 40% drop in all-cause mortality. That literally means death from any cause whatsoever. Take a second to really let that sink in. We're talking about eliminating nearly half your risk, all for less than 10 minutes of your time.
But wait, it gets even better. That exact same minimal effort, it triggers a massive 50% reduction in cardiovascular death. Look, when we talk about optimizing human health, cutting your risk of heart-related mortality in half is a monumental game-changing shift. And honestly, the best part of all of this, you don't need a gym membership at all, not even a little bit.
So you're probably wondering, where exactly is this massive health shield coming from? Well, it boils down to a biological concept called Vilpa. That stands for Vigorous Intermittent Lifestyle Physical Activity. It's a bit of a mouthful, but basically, Vilpa is all about leveraging unstructured, everyday movement to radically lower your mortality risk. You never even have to step foot in a weight room. It's really about turning the everyday world around you into your own personal longevity tool.
To really wrap our heads around why this is so effective, we kind of have to reframe how we look at our daily routines. Being sedentary, just sitting around all day, is essentially its very own disease. And here is the real kicker. It operates completely independent of your workout routine. You could absolutely crush it at the gym for an hour, but if you're chained to a desk sitting for the other 15 hours of your waking day, that sedentary behavior is still actively working against your biology. We desperately need a low-friction way to just break that continuous cycle of sitting.
So how did we actually discover this? The technological leap here is super fascinating. In the past, researchers mostly had to rely on self-reported questionnaires to figure out how active people were. And let's be real, those are notoriously unreliable, mostly because, well, we humans just misremember how much we actually moved. But recently, the science shifted. Researchers started using wrist-worn accelerometers. These little devices don't rely on our flawed memories. They precisely track the exact moments when you move with what we call vigorous intent. It gives us this incredibly accurate, high-definition picture of human movement.
And what's truly mind-blowing is the sheer scale of the data we're looking at now. We aren't talking about some tiny trial with 20 college students in a controlled lab. Nope. Recent foundational studies analyzed over 100,000 participants. Having a sample size that massive allowed researchers to definitively prove exactly how these tiny bursts of activity, these little exercise snacks, profoundly impact human mortality on a massive population-wide scale.
Now, think about the stark contrast between this and your traditional workout routine. A normal workout that involves long, grueling hours, lots of friction, driving through traffic to a gym, changing clothes, the whole shebang. A Vilpa burst is the exact opposite. We're talking about an unstructured sprint of effort lasting just 1 to 3 minutes. That's it. You don't need a warm-up, you don't need fancy gear. The only rule, the literal only rule, is that you move as fast as you safely can for that tiny little window of time.
And these brief bursts, they are doing way more than just burning a few calories. They are actual, literal, biological upgrades. The moment you do this, you immediately spike your plasma serotonin levels. You sharpen your focus and your executive cognitive function. Plus, it acts as this potent immediate reset for your metabolic health. Actually, get this, a quick, intense burst regulates your blood glucose even better than a continuous 30-minute walk. Crazy, right?
So if you're a busy professional, a stressed-out parent, or honestly just someone who absolutely hates the gym, here is your exact blueprint. We like to call it the 3x3 protocol. It's super simple. Step 1, just find an opportunity for an unstructured burst of energy. Step 2, move with maximum safe, vigorous intent for 3 minutes. And step 3, complete 3 separate bouts of this, scattered across your entire day. That's the secret sauce. That's how you hit the longevity sweet spot, clocking in at exactly 9 minutes a day.
Let's anchor this in the real world with some low-friction examples you can literally start using today. Think of these as everyday exercise snacks. This means choosing to actually sprint up the stairs to your office instead of just dragging yourself up. It means high-intensity tag sessions with your kids, sprinting to catch the bus, chasing your new puppy around the yard like a maniac. Or, hey, if you're stuck working from home glued to a laptop, just dropping down and doing 10 fast bodyweight squats every 45 minutes.
By purposefully sneaking these bursts into your normal daily life, you're doing exactly what longevity expert Dr. Rhonda Patrick so beautifully describes as building a critical cardiorespiratory fitness base. You're basically laying down the foundation for your body's internal engine, making sure it stays resilient and powerful, even if you'd never in a million years classify yourself as a regular exerciser.
And when we zoom out and project this over an entire lifetime, the payoff is just absolutely undeniable. By simply pushing your cardiorespiratory fitness level from low up to high normal by using these daily 9-minute snacks, you can add up to 5 years to your life expectancy. Let that sink in. 5 extra years of life. And it's all just from sprinting up the stairs and doing a few fast squats throughout your busy day.
So here's my challenge to you. I want you to take immediate action on this and be a scientist of one this week. Try the 3x3 protocol for yourself and just observe firsthand how your biology reacts. Pay close attention to how your alertness sharpens. Notice how your energy levels dramatically shift after just one single intense 3-minute burst. You are going to feel that serotonin spike and that mental clarity almost instantly, I promise you.
Ultimately, longevity isn't always about these grand gestures or dropping thousands on expensive fitness retreats. As we've seen throughout this explainer, it's really about those small, highly intense moments of effort that signal to your biology to stay strong and resilient. So I've got to ask, and definitely tell us in the comments, which exercise snack are you going to add to your routine today? Thank you so much for exploring the science with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.